Hey, what are you doing?
Reading through all these magazines. All about low dollar builds. I guess if I have $3,000, I can build a 325 horse 360. So there seems to be a lot of interest. I get messages and a lot going on with low dollar builds. I have nothing against crate motors. I have nothing against $10,000 or $15,000 engines. Never know. Someday I might order a crate motor. Don't hold your breath for that. You know, when you talk budget, you kind of cover a large ground. Some people have $10,000 or $15,000 for their budget on their engine. Most don't consider that a low dollar budget. I want to talk about low dollar budgets. Any content in any of my videos is my opinion. Take it as unprofessional advice. You open up a magazine and they'll tell you how to do a build. $3,000 for a 325 horse 360. Machine shops, they don't want to talk to you if your budget is $600 to buy and build the motor. You can take a part or two to them and tell them what you want done. They'll do it. So it kind of leaves you down to yourself. It's where I've been most of my life. I'm okay with it. I came all the way out and left my real little bitty town, drove out in the country and parked where maybe Bigfoot lives. And I just had a guy pull up and inquire about my duster out of nowhere. Been a lot of interest in just this low dollar piece. This low dollar 318 has inspired a lot of questions by a lot of people. The days of the junkyards and digging through them is almost gone. Depends on where you live. There's nothing older in the junkyards around me. So with the junkyards pretty much emptied out of all the good parts, I'll call them. You know, how's a guy supposed to build a low dollar? Well, when one door closes, another one opens. But the door that opened is Marketplace, Craigslist, forums, all great sources to get it. If you notice I didn't say swap meets, it's for a reason. My experience is every swap meet I go to, if I'm looking for Mopar stuff and I go to a Mopar swap meet, a bunch of dealers in there. If it's worth $217, they usually want $237. You're looking for a deal, you can buy it anywhere at cost. You're trying to get it at a good price. So we go digging, and let's talk about what you can look for and how you can build a hot rod motor to have fun with. And here's a prime example. A 5.9 Magnum bought, 198,000 miles on it, had good oil pressure. Bought it for $150, sold the wiring harness, sold the exhaust manifolds, sold a starter or an alternator, sold some things, and now the motor's basically free. Technically speaking, if you don't know, I'm sure you do, if you just take this and put a Speedmaster intake on there, on sale today, if you're looking at it today, as of the 27th, 28th, Black Friday sale, $135 brand new. You could take your free motor, put a $135 intake on it. You can get a carb secondhand. If you watch this channel, sometimes you get them for free. You can put a cheap carburetor on here and you have a 300 horsepower motor with headers. Just like that. With more bottom end torque than any factory 340. You can put this in any 3,200 pound car. It don't have to be a two-door Duster. You'll have yourself a fun little rod. Headers, you don't have to buy ceramic coated $800 headers. This pair of headers here is an old Spitfire set that came from well, the guy was taking it to the junkyard and he said if I didn't take it, he was going to throw them away. Small block Mopar headers. They fit an A-body, free. I see them all the time. Used headers, 50 bucks. It's not hard to get them. So if you're patient and you pay the guy wanted 200 for this, I got him down to 150. If you're patient and you pay anywhere from 150 even up to $300 at a 40% off discount, $135 intake to it. If you want to run a mechanical fuel pump, Hughes sells for I think 25 bucks the little eccentric that goes on the front of these roller cams. Again, that's about as basic budget as you can get. Speedmaster has these on sale right now for 35 or 40. You'll need the pickup tube too, but you can get them from an LA car with a bad 360. There's a lot of places. Patience is the key. You want to add some bronze freeze plugs? Good idea. $20 bill. Here's the Speedmaster intakes. I bought two last year, $135 a piece. One of them is on the drag truck. Worked good. I bought another one this year just because there'll be another project sometime. That's how I am. It's cheap. It's 40% off. $135 for a new one that fits LA or the Magnum motor. Yeah, I'll sit on it. What about the rods? What about the crank? What about the bearings? They'll be fine. They always are. If it's got good oil pressure, runs good, it'll be fine. Now the low dollar 318 that you see here. Dual quads, air cleaners, carburetors, intake, camshaft, lifters, timing chain, ported heads, new Edelbrock valve springs, air cleaner to oil pan. I'm just over $700 into this motor. I've been beating on it for 5 years. I can't break it. I didn't have to buy the 318 two-barrel. It came out of my 76 Duster. Nobody would have paid anything for it. It had good oil pressure, no unnecessary knocks, noises, or ticks. So we just cleaned it up and put new gaskets and new seals. I never pulled a piston, rod, or crank out of this. Just built it as it was. This is all low dollar stuff here that we're working on. And as you can see, you don't have to have $3,000 to hit your 325 horsepower. Sure, that would be a nice new everything, but is it really necessary? I've never lost a small block Mopar, no matter how I've treated it. If they sound good, got good oil pressure, when it's warmed up, your oil light doesn't come on at a low idle, it's not overheating because things are cracked, that's a good base. That's set for 375 horse. You'll be fine. The key to all of building low dollar budget motors is patience. You have to be patient. It doesn't always happen in a week or two, or the first forum or Craigslist ad you click on. Whether you're working on a LA 318, a 318 Magnum, a 360 Magnum, 360 LA, doesn't make any difference. It works too for Ford and Chevy guys. There's no reason to get into a hurry. Deals come up and you just have to be there and ready when they come up. But all of it can be done affordably, cheap. The deals are out there. Of course, if you can work with the engine that the car already has in it, you're already way ahead of the game. So the main thing is not to get discouraged. Keep the patience, keep looking. It'll come around to you.